Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. And in this one, we are just going to be going to take a look at the newest cup announced by the Silph Arena. You can find this cup information at silph.gg. But yeah, we have a new update from Dromps about the new cup. And this month's cup we have, drumroll, the Nightmare Cup. So yeah, here we have the Nightmare Cup. It is from the 1st of May to the 31st of May. We have an epic logo here. It looks like an eyeball of some sort. It looks really awesome. That logo looks really awesome. But anyways, guys, here we go. We have the Nightmare Cup. This one will be a 3-type cup of monsters inspired by the Pokemon that might haunt the dark places of nightmares. There are no rule changes for the April's Kingdom Cup, but for this one, time restrictions, first time restrictions have been applied to specific Pokemon. We'll be going over that right now. So let's move down here. Um, we will have a team of 6 Pokemon as usual. The matches are to be played in Great League as usual. In the types here, we have Psychic, Dark, and Fighting. So very interesting. We have like a 3-way super effective type. What's the word I'm looking for here? We have like a 3-way. We have a counter to a counter to a counter. So we have um, fighting being super effective against dark, and then we have dark being super effective against psychic, and then we have psychic being super effective against fighting. So yeah, that's a pretty nice balance, I believe. But this one, guys, listen here. All the legendaries, the mythicals, Sableye, and Medicham are banned from use in this cup. So that's huge. They're finally going about banning overpowered Pokemon like Medicham with Power Up Punch. Uh, I agree with Medicham. Sableye is, I mean, I agree with it, but there's a small part of me that doesn't, because people who already wasted like the Stardust in the secondary, buying the secondary move, me, are not able to use it in this. But I understand because its only weakness is Fairy, and there's no Fairy fast moves in the game yet, so that does kind of make sense here. Um, and once again, you cannot have more than one species on your team. And yeah, let's head right over to Poke Battler here and take a look at top 24 rankings. So first, we're looking at top 24 rankings, randomly shielding, and by the best rounded Pokemon. And all these have the 2 charge moves. So anyways, first we got Umbreon with Snarl, Last Resort, and Foul Play. Um, Umbreon's a really nice tank, and it should be able to take care of any of the psychic types. Um, we have Skuntank here with Poison Jab, Crunch, and Sludge Bomb. Um, as you can see, all their win percentages are down here below. Then we have Drapion with Infestation, Aqua Tail, Crunch. We have Alolan Muck at 4th with Poison Jab, Dark Pulse, and Sludge Wave. We have Crawdon at 5th, interesting, with Waterfall, Bubble Beam, and Night Slash. Then we have Shiftry at number 6. Boy, I like Shiftry with Razor Leaf, Leaf Blade, and Leaf Tornado. Interesting. Next, we have Lucario from the Kingdom Cup with Counter, Power Up Punch, and Shadow Ball. Now, here's the interesting thing. Um, since Lucario has Power Up Punch, shouldn't he be banned as well as Medicham? I don't know. That's just my first thoughts here. Their whole reason they banned Medicham, I bet you, is because of the Power Up Punch overpoweredness. But anyways, let's move on here. We got Honchkrow at 8th place with Snarl, Sky Attack, and Dark Pulse. That might be a really good one. His attack stats super high. I bet you can easily get rid of any of like these psychic types, like Hypno. Then we have Alolan Grimer making a comeback here with Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, Crunch. We have Murkrow at 10th with Feint Attack, Drill Peck, Foul Play. Alolan Raticate at 11th with Quick Attack, Crunch, Hyper Fang. We have Gallade, that's a new one, at 12th with Confusion, Heavy Hitter. Gonna hit those fighting types extremely hard. Watch out, Lucario. It also runs Leaf Blade in close combat. Then we have Hypno with Confusion, Focus Blast, and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball, I believe, is a legacy moveset. Um, so yeah, that'll be a keeper. We have Primeape here with Counter, Night Slash, and Cross Chop. I like these Pokemon so far. We have a Champ at 15 with Counter, Rock Slide, and Dynamic Punch. Hitmontop at 16 right behind it. Counter, Stone Edge, Close Combat. Hariyama right behind that. Counter, Dynamic Punch, Heavy Slam. Spiritomb at 18 with Sucker Punch, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Ball. Heracross at 19. Wow, interesting. With Counter, Mega Horde, and Close Combat. Poliwrath at 20th with Bubble, Ice Punch, and Power Up Punch. That would be a nice one to run, I believe. Alolan Persian with Feint Attack, Foul Play, Play Rough. Hitmonchan at 22nd with Counter, Thunder Punch, and Fire Punch. That'll be a really interesting one. Sharpedo at 23rd with Waterfall, Poison Fang, and Crunch. And Toxicroak at 24th with Counter, Mud Bomb, and Sludge Bomb. So yeah, we took a look at those. Now let's take a look at best counters to the top 24. I won't go over these, but I'll just share these for you guys to see. So Tyranitar could maybe possibly have some use in this tournament. I doubt it though. Bronzong can come back for some more in this cup. Claydol, Toxicroak, Lucario, Hitmonchan, Machamp, Primeape, Hariyama. Yeah, this cup is going to be heavily based around like the fighting types. I believe that Skuntank is going to play a pretty big role, like it did in Twilight. Alright, anyways, let's get right into the PvP poke section of this. So we are on Nightmare Cup. Whoops, sorry guys. Ads. We are on Nightmare Cup. So we have number 1 here, Spiritomb. Interesting. With Sucker Punch, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Ball. Those are definitely the movesets you're going to want. And as you can see, its key matchups are Xatu, Wobbuffet, Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, and the Metang there. And then it's going to get countered by Shiftry, Poliwrath, Umbreon, Alolan Raticate, and Sneasel. So yeah, this meta is looking really interesting thus far. We got Skuntank at number 2. We got Toxicroak. We got Lucario at 4th. Machamp at 5th. Alolan Raichu at 6th. That'll be a really interesting one. Yeah, since those charge moves get off pretty quickly. So Xatu is probably going to be your main Pokemon to counter the fighting types, I believe. And this Pokemon right here, Skuntank is only weak to ground, so he's definitely going to want to be used a lot in this tournament. And he can run Flamethrower to get rid of Lucario, so just remember that. Toxicroak is going to be pretty huge in this one as well. It's going to be shredding through Lucario like it's nothing. If you thought Blaziken shred through Lucario, wait till you see Toxicroak against Lucario. I guarantee you it's going to be a slaughter. But anyways, we have Machamp. Finally we see a tournament with Machamp in it. Alolan Muck, Primeape, Poliwrath, Umbreon. Umbreon has some key matchups against Xatu, Raichu, Alolan, Spiritomb, and Gallade. Yeah, let's take a look here. Xatu has some key matchups against Primeape, Toxicroak, Machamp, Breloom, Heracross. Let's take a look at Gallade here. Interesting. You're going to want Confusion, Close Combat, and Leaf Blade. I guess no Psychic, huh? Okay. Key matchups are Toxicroak, Machamp, Hitmonchan, Primeape, Poliwrath. Interesting. We have Hypno with the Legacy Shadow Ball. Hypno's moveset here is crazy. Uh, like the two best movesets you're gonna want are both Legacy, but I don't have a Shadow Ball, but I do have the Psyshock on a Hypno. I do actually, indeed. Ooh, Alakazam's in here. Interesting. Wait, Alakazam can learn Fire Punch now? I did not know that. Wow, okay. Alakazam's moveset's just huge now. As you guys know, I'm sure you guys know, is positive matchups are Machamp, Poliwrath, Primeape, Toxicroak, and Lucario. So yeah, this meta is definitely interesting. I can already see another rock paper scissors, but that's fine because it's pretty balanced. Like each player is probably gonna have one of each type on their team, so we'll probably see two of each types per team of 6. Like two psychic, two dark, and two fighting. Yeah, let's take a look here at the type calculator. So if you guys aren't fond of your typings, I'll teach you them here for this cup. So first off, in defense, we want to take a look at, let's see, what should we start off with first? With fighting. So first, we're looking at what is effective against fighting. So fighting takes 2 times damage from flying, psychic, and fairy. It's neutral. It takes neutral damage from normal, fighting, poison, ground, ghost, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. And it takes half reduced damage from rock, bug, and dark. Um, I know in Pokemon Go, it's not these effectiveness aren't exactly 2 times and half times. Um, it's more like point point six point six for resistance, and I believe I honestly forget, but regardless, this is just for typings. Yeah, let's go into take a look at what's next here. What's next? What's next? Psychic. So Psychic takes 2 times from Bug, Ghost, and Dark. I'm surprised Bug wasn't in this one, but it is what it is. It takes 1 times damage from normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, dragon, and fairy, and it resists fighting and psychic. Now Dark here takes 2 times from fighting, bug, and fairy. So yeah, if only there were fairy quick moves, a lot of Pokemon like Clefable would be used. Uh, Cresselia isn't allowed because it's a legendary, and I do like that because I always thought Cresselia was a little overpowered. But yeah, it takes 1 times from normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. It takes reduced damage from ghost and dark and takes 0% damage, meaning it's immune to psychic. But in this game, it can still take damage, so just watch out. Now to go on offense here. Fighting. These are where you're gonna want Pokemon. These are where you're gonna want to pay attention to what your Pokemon are super effective against. So fighting, super effective against normal, rock, steel, ice, and dark. This will be pretty important in this cup because you're gonna counter anything that's dark type, but watch out because there are some types out there that have a follow-up typing, like 2 typings, and fighting may not always be super effective against it. Like Honchkrow, as an example, is dark and flying, so fighting actually won't be super effective. It'll just be 1 times. Because as you can see, it deals half damage to flying, so this evens it out to 1 times damage. But anyways, fighting, ground, fire, water, grass, electric, and dragon all deal 1 times damage to fighting. Or fighting deals 1 times damage to them, sorry. And then you're going to want to not use fighting against flying, poison, bug, psychic, and fairy because you're going to be doing only half the damage to those Pokemon. And then in the main series games, fighting moves were, or Ghost was immune to fighting moves. But in this game, you can still hit ghosts, but at very like tiny amounts of damage at a time. So let's do Dark now. Dark is going to be super effective against Ghost and Psychic. It's going to deal 1 times damage to normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. And it's going to deal half damage to fighting, dark, and fairy. Last but not least, we got Psychic here. Going to deal 2 times super effective damage to fighting and poison, and 1 times damage to normal, flying, ground, rock, bug, ghost, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, dragon, and fairy. It's going to deal half damage to steel and psychic, and in the main series games, it would deal 0 damage to dark, but again in this game you can deal damage. So, but at a very reduced amount. So yeah, that pretty much finishes it up for this cup's video so far. This is just like a first look, and we all are getting a feel for this. This is gonna be really interesting. There's a lot of different Pokemon to use here, but yeah, this is just my first cup at, or first look at the Nightmare Cup meta and how everything's going to play out. So yeah, we sure do have a ton of Pokemon we can use here. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys found this informative, and I hope you're pumped up for this cup. And tell me in the comments how you feel about the bans, about like Sableye and Cham. And tell me if you're hyped in the comments down below about this new cup. And until next time, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day. I wish you guys the best of luck with your Kingdom Cup tournaments and the upcoming cup. And hopefully we all place pretty well in the the community leaderboards whenever those are coming out. Yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.